Wrestling means to me giving me a shot at all my goals from whenever I was a little boy coming up, watching the kids wrestle from High Point like Nick Frank, Bello, all the greats. My name's Kobis and this is my story. Well, wrestling began in my life back in 2nd grade. It just kind of sort of happened one day. My mom signed me up without me knowing, bought me a pair of wrestling shoes, and the next day I knew I was on the mat, and ever since then I just kept it rolling and kept grinding out in practice.
Growing up, I started before Jared and stuff, and once he started getting the hang of it a lot faster. He was obviously had a given talent for wrestling, and he started winning. We started going to tournaments and stuff, and he was always winning them, and I was taking 3rd or 4th. I was a little disappointed, but he was good. It was fun.
First time I saw Jared, I knew he was going to have the potential to have a really fine high school career, and it hasn't disappointed at all.
The person that's guided me the most is my dad. He's really done everything he could for me, pushed me, just brought me to, even bringing me to practice 2 hours away every day. I mean, we wouldn't get home until midnight sometimes, and that's really helped me get to where I am today.
Taking a look back to Jared's freshman season, and he kind of rolled along and did a nice job, but it was kind of really at the HWS tournament that a lot of people started to notice and say, wow, he actually ended up losing in overtime to a boy from North Hunterdon, which is kind of funny. You roll along with wins and he beat some really good kids, but people noticed in the match that he lost. And that boy went on and was a multiple state place winner. He's now wrestling at Lehigh. He's obviously a very skilled kid, and Jared was right there with him. Thinking back to that point in time, obviously there were a lot of goals, a lot of things that we were hoping we could achieve while he was here. Unfortunately, with some injuries, we haven't kind of been able to get where I think he's capable of being. I really do. I believe Jared's probably one of the most capable kids that I've coached in high school, and I've had the opportunity to coach some pretty good kids, and Jared's right up there with the best of them.
Jared's presence in the room is pretty. It's good because we can all see how good he does, and we all want to strive to be better, and he really tries to push us and make us work harder in practice, and whatever we do, he's always trying to make us really understand what we're doing wrong, and he's a good leader, and he helps out the team a lot.
It's been very difficult at times, and we've dealt with a number of injuries, and some of them are I would say fluke. But it's unfortunate. I just think Jared is such a talented kid that it's kind of been easy for him to pick up the pieces and move along. In this sport, skill goes a long way, but also his approach is good, his conditioning is good. He's very tough. Those have been some of the things that have helped along the way. I think some of the stuff that we've dealt with this year has kind of been a little bit more upsetting for him because it is his senior year, and he's very, very goal oriented, and his first and I think most important goals were for the team to have success, and we were able to win a league title, which is a very nice accomplishment. Yeah, I think Jared was hoping for a little more, hoping to win a sectional title and possibly have another shot to win a group title. But we fell a little bit short, and it's no reflection on the seniors that we have. You take a look; those guys did a real nice job in our sectional matches, and just very happy to have Jared as a leader and a key figure on our team.
My favorite memory in high school wrestling is probably wrestling in the region finals. You got crowds from Phillipsburg to Kittatinny. Everybody from High Point too comes out to support, and it's just an awesome place to be wrestling. I mean, unfortunately, freshman and sophomore year, I was hampered down with injuries and never got to finish the season. But this is the year I'm gonna finish strong and on top.
I think that the team's gonna miss having a middleweight like him that we know to rely on for a win or a lot of bonus points in a match, and. Personally, I'm going to miss how I wrestled the way underneath him, and we really used to wrestle a lot in the room and play around, and he helped me a lot and helped out the team a lot. But we're not going to miss all the push-ups he makes us do.
Wrestling's kind of weird because it's the young kids are with the older kids. In some sports, the freshmen are separated, and there's a big difference. Sometimes with wrestling, there's maybe not that separation. So some of the kids who don't know Jared very well personally, get to see him and meet him this year. And a lot of our kids have different backgrounds in the sport. Some kids have been doing it for a long time and obviously know Jared. They know who he is and probably have for years. But then we have some other kids that come in and have no idea who he is because they've never been involved with wrestling. So it's kind of interesting to see how that all plays out. But I mean, they really can see early on that Jared cared about team, and he wanted the team to be successful, and that he was a talented young man, but it was a little bit bigger than that. It wasn't about Jared and I'm going to do this and look at me, I'm Jared Kobis. It wasn't that at all. It was, let's get this done as a team. Let's take care of what we need to take care of, get to work, and go accomplish what we can. And that's what they see. That's what the older kids see. And that's what the coaches see. So it's been real nice having them.
What I'm gonna miss the most is going out in our home gym, wrestling in front of the big crowds that we've been pulling these past couple of years, and even running out to thank God I'm a country boy. That always gets everything rolling good for us.
We want to thank Jared for keeping the High Point tradition going, us being a good team, having always just that one really good wrestler that team can rely on and stuff. And personally, I just want to thank him for being my brother, helping me out in the room and stuff. And even after I might lose a match that I should have won, he tells me what I did wrong and helps me out a lot.
I would have to say, and going through, I mean, I've coached a number of kids who, Nick Francavilla was a 3-time state champ, Ethan Orr was a 2-time state champ, some 1-time state champs, and Billy Smith and Drew Wagenhofer, and before them, Dave Zabriskie, who went on to win a national title at Iowa State. All talented kids, and all kind of brought something unique to our program and to the sport. Jared's right up there with those guys. And there's no question, had he been healthy, he would be talking about a multiple-time state place winner, most likely a champ. And probably his number of wins would be off the chart, because the one thing he doesn't do, he doesn't lose, and he has not lost very often in his career period. He's been limited a little bit match-wise. I would think one of the things that separates him is his toughness. On the mat, he's very stingy, he's very stubborn, but he's also tough and he competes. And I think that the other way, technique-wise, that sets him apart is when he attacks, when he goes leg attack, it's very, very difficult to stop. And it's very rare that you see Jared take a shot without him scoring. And that happens whether he's wrestling a local kid who's very average, or he wrestles an elite level kid. It's just his ability to attack and close is tremendous, and probably as a wrestler, probably his takedowns are as good as anybody I've ever coached. So it's been an absolute pleasure. I've enjoyed it, and glad he was a part of the High Point program.